Most people believe mastering a new skill takes forever. Want to become fluent in a language? That's years. Pick up a musical instrument? A decade. Understand programming? Feels endless. But what if I told you that's complete nonsense? What if fast learners aren't that smart? They just use a different system. I'll show you exactly how they do it. And by the end, you'll never look at learning the same way again. Here is a straightforward 3-step system that helps you pick up any skill much faster, without exhausting yourself halfway through, without spiraling into hours of productive content that feels useful but leaves your ability unchanged. This isn't about common study tricks, marking up your notes, drilling flashcards. This is about skill building that lasts, the kind that becomes second nature, instead of something you forget a few days later, the kind that makes you think, when did I start doing this so easily? Here's what's really happening. Most people assume they're progressing, when they're actually just accumulating information, saving quotes, clipping screenshots, stacking up clever techniques, anything that creates the illusion of forward movement. But consuming 100 tutorials doesn't equal mastery, even this one. Finishing several books doesn't automatically translate to growth, and drawing a line under a sentence doesn't make it yours. You don't retain what you consume, you retain what you apply. And deep down, you already understand that. The ideas that truly stayed with you, the ones you can recall effortlessly, they came from experience, from attempting, failing, correcting, repeating. That's where real skill is built, not in reading, not in planning. Let me break it down. Step 1, focus. Eliminate noise. No background playlists, no second screen, no checking messages between sentences. If you genuinely want to understand something, give it 5 uninterrupted minutes. No phone in your hand, no switching windows, just you and what you're trying to master, nothing else. Step 2, reflect. Pause. Ask yourself, where does this actually show up in my life? What shifts now that I understand this? It doesn't need to be profound, it just needs to be real. If the honest answer is nothing changes, then you didn't learn. You just added another idea to the pile. That will disappear in a few days. Step 3, apply. Even if it looks messy, even if you fail the first few attempts, especially if you fail the first few attempts. You're not learning unless something feels slightly uncomfortable. Take it out of your mind, put it into action. If it stays in your head, it turns into another note that just sits there. And then, teach it. Explain it to a friend, your sibling, or your phone camera. You can't pretend you understand something when you have to explain it clearly. Teaching forces precision. It exposes the gaps, and it makes the knowledge yours. People love talking about intelligence, but mastery doesn't come from being smart. It comes from being involved. Stop thinking learning is about how much you can absorb. It's about how much you can transform into action. For every hour you spend studying, spend 2 hours executing. Discuss it, practice it, struggle through it. If it doesn't stretch you slightly, you're not at the edge of growth. Most people sink in information. The ones who move forward learn to navigate it. They use it. They turn it into something tangible. You're not behind. You're not incapable. You're one deliberate action away from everything starting to connect. But here's the problem. You can use every learning strategy in the world, but if your attention is constantly hijacked, none of it will convert. Most people aren't incapable. They're distracted. And until you fix that, nothing you learn will truly stick. That's why I made a video breaking down how mobile apps and social media rewire your focus through dopamine. If you want this system to actually work, watch that next.